Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of MH Radio. And my name is Rana, and I'll be hosting today's episode. So today's MH Radio's theme is Career Day, which is really interesting. We'll be having it this month. And so I am here today with two of our guests. We have Karkan and also Miss Dea. So would you like to introduce yourselves? Maybe we can start from Miss Dea.
Alright, hello everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This
Salam.
is Miss Dea. Currently, I'm here invited by MHSU to be accompanying also Kak Arkhan as the speaker. And yes, would be all. Rana, thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Miss. How about you, Karkan?
Okay. First of all, hello everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. I am Arkhan. I'm an alumni from Mutiara Harapan, and I will be your speaker for today.
Okay.
Also, thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome, Ka. Okay, so let's start with the very first question, which I think is one of the most integral parts of your career in the future, which is your education. So maybe you guys can explain the educational path from the beginning or until now if you're still studying. Maybe Karkan, you can start.
Okay. I'll start from me. So I'll start from my childhood. Okay. So from my childhood, I studied in Thailand. I studied for like 6 years since kindergarten until fifth grade, and then I went back to Indonesia to study in Mutiara Harapan until I graduate from junior high school, and then I went to public high school in SMA 2 Negeri Tangerang Selatan, and then in my college I went to BINUS, and then now I work in a bank company as a project manager assistant.
Okay, I see. I have a question for you, Ka. I heard so you studied at Thailand when you were younger. Did that impact you in a way when you moved to Indonesia? How was that different?
Of course, it's very different because the childhood in Thailand and Indonesia is quite different. We have a different culture, and yeah, when I went to Indonesia, I have to adapt to Indonesia culture, which is very weird because I'm Indonesian. But yeah, it's a unique experience for me.
Thank you, Ka. How about you, Miss Dea?
Okay, thank you, Rana. So maybe I can explain a little bit about my educational background. So currently, I am still taking my master degree in mathematics education at Universitas Terbuka, and then before I also studied at Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, majoring also mathematics education. So you can see I'm very passionate in mathematics. And yeah, before that I went to public school. It's SMA Negeri 1 Subang. So I was from Subang. And since graduated from my bachelor degree, I started my career at Mutiara Harapan Islamic School in 2012. Yes. So Arkhan was my first student in Mutiara Harapan, and alhamdulillah I'm still here until now.
Okay, so from 2012, so it's what like almost 10 years now, right, Miss?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, by the way, Miss, did you take any scholarships throughout the journey or no?
Yeah, so alhamdulillah, during my study at university, during my bachelor degree, I got this, we call it like a scholarship because of this achievement, and I got that from the government. I also, got this scholarship to have my internship, like it's a professional experience program from my university. So they sent me to Australia to have around 1 month teaching there. Yep.
How about you, Kat? Did you have any scholarships or no?
Throughout college, I didn't take any scholarship, but I tend to pursue my master degree, but I haven't got it into it yet. So yeah, I haven't taken any scholarship.
I see. I see. Okay. So how about majors? What do both of you major in? Because that's one of the biggest dilemmas for me too. I think my path in what I want to major in definitely changes throughout these past few years. So I was just wondering, did that also happen with you? And why did you ultimately decide on that specific major? Maybe Miss Dea?
All right, thank you for the question. So I actually, what is this? I had, I have this family member in, yeah, she is working in the bank, like Arkhan is working right now. And I got inspired by her, like, oh, it looks awesome. Like I like something related to like analytical thinking and also the calculation, things like that. And then I decided to take some majors related to also which can bring me to career to work in a bank. And alhamdulillah, it happens that I was accepted at university, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, and at that time I took the what is that this pathway to enroll using my report card, Rana. So as you know, like I have been accepted and I have to take it. So and good news is that when I take this major, I can still have this opportunity to work in a bank. But then 4 years studying at UP, it changed my what is that perspective of career. So I changed during my university life from wanting to become a bank, like working in a bank, to become a teacher.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so that's a long history. And also I have mathematics teachers since when I was in junior high school all the way to senior high school, and I alhamdulillah I got them very inspiring. So yeah, that also what is that yeah, strengthen my passion as well.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So you changed just like after 4 years of studying. That's when you
Yeah,
wanted.
I it's in the last year, yeah, in the fourth year of my study in university.
I see. Okay. How about you, Tarkan? Why did you choose a major?
Actually, I took information system as my major.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically my father suggests me to take that because yeah, everything is digitalized and everything is using IT stuff. So yeah, my father suggests me to take that major. But now I don't think I really like it. So that's why I didn't take my master degree. I'm planning to take another course, maybe like more like hospitality course, because I tend to be a chef.
Oh,
If you remember, Miss Dea, I used to take a cooking course with
Yeah,
Adi.
yeah. Yep, I remember that. In your
Yeah.
optional subject at that time, yeah?
Yes, indeed. Do you still have it now, or is it?
So yeah, we narrow it down to
Okay.
Arabic and Mandarin, yeah, for the optional subjects.
Okay.
yeah. That sounded much more cooler,
Oh
Miss.
yeah,
But
it's
we
very
should bring
cool.
it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, that's
Okay.
for me.
So I wanted to ask regarding like the learning environment, both at school and in university, because I know it's two very different things. But I think in Mutiara Harapan, I think lately, I think Arkan, you're not really familiar with this, but we have project-based learning, which means we have to do projects like every month basically, and we have to present it every month too. So it is a bit of a hassle, but I think those like small things can really help me in the long run. Like for example, like muhadara, like muhadara and like girls talk, we have to make speeches every week, and that's something that I think can be so useful in like the longer run. So I wanted to ask the both of you, what is like the major difference like between studying in university and like in school? Like what was something that was so like stagnant, and the difference was so like apa ya, different. I just yeah. Miss Dea, maybe you can start.
Okay, so one of the major differences between senior high school and university life is that when we are in the senior high school, we are with our friends, like we are studying together, and like it's common that we are moving up to the next level also together. But then when we are in the university, yes, we can study together with our classmates, but our what is that? Like our next journey is really depending on our determination in learning. So we really have to study independently, because it could be that your friends can pass one subject, let's say, but you cannot. So yeah, you will spend a longer time in the university, and I think that's really different between senior high school and university. So independent learner. Yep.
Yeah. But I think Mutiara Harapan has like tried to make like their ways to make senior high school more
Yes.
bearable during
Yes.
university. Yeah. And
Yes.
I could
Yes.
definitely see that in the past few semesters. Yeah. How about you, Karkan? What was something so different that shocked you when you entered university?
I definitely agree with Miss Dea. It's you have to be independent, because honestly, I wasn't doing well in the first semester of my college. I have like very low grades, and then you have to have a good like a good group of friends. So you cannot follow with your lazy friend. You have to be in good group of friends. And throughout my college, I I switch. I mean, I change my friends, so I have a good grade until now.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's can I add also, yeah, because yes, that's correct. Our friendship will also influence the way we study. Like if we are always gathering with friends, so like yes, we can have some fun, but we also need to do to spare our time for study. So we really have to select who we will be friends with. So yep, that matters as well.
Yeah, I think that has like a major role too in socializing when you're in university. Because when you're at school, especially in school like Mutiara Harapan, you kind of just have to socialize with people in your class and like only them. But when you're in university, you have to reach out, find new people, and you have to actually talk and like make the first move to them, which is something I'm really nervous for in the future. But yeah. So, okay, moving on. I'm shifting the conversation a bit, but we're going to be talking about the Cambridge curriculum. I think how do you think like the Cambridge curriculum can help me personally, maybe me, in my university life in the future? And like this question is, I think, for Ms. Dea. What are the steps to enroll in university using the Cambridge certification? Maybe Karkan, you can tell me more about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Because in Venus, if you want to go to Venus, you have to take like an English class. I mean, no, English test.
Mm.
It's called TOEFL. And then the benefit of having good English is, of course, you don't have to take a short term of like a English class. So if you have like a low grade of English, you have to take that. But you have a high grade, you don't have to take that. And also in Venus, you use English. Like you speak to teacher with English, you take exam with English. Your lesson is with English. So yeah, that's very helpful for you in the future as well.
I see. So you didn't take the English course at the beginning then?
Yes, luckily not.
Okay. Well, that's good. Miss Dea?
Yes. All right. So I'm speaking here as what is that? Someone who also what is that? Preparing the Cambridge curriculum.
Mhm.
Like Arkhan was the first batch in our junior high school. So at the time, our school started to run Cambridge. I think in 2011 when Arkhan was in grade 7 at the time. So yes, actually Cambridge pathway is very complete, starting from primary grade 1 all the way to the grade 12. So from the primary checkpoint program to lower secondary checkpoint, and then the IGCSE and also A level that you are taking right now, Rana, right?
Yeah.
So the way Cambridge help you to enter the university is that not only equipping you with this knowledge and skills, which is what is that, in a equivalent or like compatible with international curriculum like schools abroad. uh, it also provides you with the exam which you can take at the end of the program in the IGCSE or in the A level. So yes, for especially Mutiara Harapan Islamic School students who are now taking the Cambridge curriculum, if you can continue, or if you can be consistent in this pathway, it will be easier for you because you just continue the study. And then if you are aiming to go to, sorry, if you're aiming to have this career, let's say career A, then you can see what majors you have to take. Let's say if you want to work in a bank like Arkhan, let's say, then what majors can support for that career. And after you are having these choices of majors, you can see which universities provide that one. And as we can see, as we know as well here, that Cambridge is internationally recognized. So you can go almost anywhere you want with the certification.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right,
that's
Rana?
like I think the Cambridge curriculum too. It's very universal. I think like most universities in like all 7 continents except the A level certification. So I think that's really useful too. And with the language too, I don't think I don't think like the IELTS and TOEFL is required if you take like a language. Miss Day, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. So actually, it depends on the country. There are, for the universities itself, they usually accept, and it's enough if it's only A level English grades or score. But there are also countries which require the students who are coming from overseas to also submit the other English proficiency tests such as IELTS and also TOEFL.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so now let's shift more to like careers and what it can result in our education. So this is kind of like I would say like a refund question. Have any of you guys kind of considered working doing businesses instead of actually working in an office or doing the conventional kind of work? Is that something that you have considered, or are you doing it right now? Maybe Kakan?
Oh yeah, so I actually just start a business. It's for export. It's quite a new thing. I'm still learning also, but yeah, it's very interesting. And I think after my work is done, I think it's in May, due in May. I'm gonna focus on my business and continue doing my business.
Oh, okay. Are you doing this business alone, or are you working with anyone maybe?
I'm actually working with my my college friends.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Miss Dea, maybe no.
Yeah, well, it's been always my other dream to achieve, yeah, to have this business, because I also believe this sunnah from our Rasulullah SAW, yeah. It says that among 10 doors of rizki, then 9 of it is coming from like having business. So yeah, I have this, like, I think future planning for me to have my later days in my life to just run a business. And I am actually really interested to have it in a culinary, like, because I like eating. I like to eat, so I have to cook. Then yeah,
What kinds of food, Miss? What do you think?
I don't know. Because I cook. I actually sometimes bake, but yeah, let's see.
Baking. Okay.
Mhm.
I think, yeah, that's really cool. I think for me personally, I've never thought of like doing my own businesses. I've always thought that it was kind of like I mean,
But you
I've always,
started before.
yeah, I have. I've made my own business. I've actually, well, the reason why I started that business was because I wanted to buy my own phone. And it was during a pandemic, and I was like bored. And my dad was like, "I'm not gonna buy you a phone. You have to do your own stuff." So I started selling banana bread, and it sold it well. And I ended up buying my own phone, which is the phone that I have right now, which is good. So yeah, but I do like the freedom that that businesses can give me, I guess. That we can actually work on our own pace, which I think something that I could love in the future. So yeah, moving on. I think during these past few years, we've seen so many new, I would say, like pathways into different types of careers, and there are so many different ones. Like let's say data analytics, something that I've heard so many good things about. So I was just wondering for the both of you, how do you like analyze the type of career that is good in like the next few decades, especially for like us who's going to be graduating in like the next few years? Maybe Miss Dea?
Okay, so we can never, what is that, know what will happen like in the 10 years.
Mhm.
And I think what's so important for every one of us, especially the students who are now in the secondary or even in the primary, is to prepare your skills. And the skills is not only coming from your academic result. Yes, it matters, but there's a lot more than that you have to what is it, uh, master. Yeah, so such as this communication skill that you have, like very amazing, Rana, our MC, like, yeah. So that's one of the things that you need to have. Also, this commitment that you give for yourself, because once you want to be a successful person, then you have to really do it. You have to really prepare for it. Then prepare your skills, focus, and always try to, what is it, to study new things, new skills in life. Always find experience, which is not only coming from school. Like for example, MHIS, we provide you with the holiday program,
Yeah.
which actually can give you another skill. Last time we talked about leadership communication. That is one of the things that you need to have to
Mhm.
pursue your career in the future. I think, yeah, that would be my recommendation for now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like it just starts from like the little things, you know. Of course, academics are important, but sometimes their non-academics are also important. Like I was actually one of the participants in the leadership communication holiday program, and I had so much fun, and I definitely learned a lot of things, and it definitely changed my whole perspective on leadership. So yeah, thank you, Miss. Karkan?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Miss Dea, and I think you have to own your skill and do what you like, do what you love. I mean, don't don't follow your. I mean, don't follow your parents. Just do what you like.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, if you don't have choice, just do what your parents want. Uh, Also, communication skill is very important because me right now, I'm as a project manager assistant. I work a lot with people, and I think communication skill is very important because when you work or interact with like a laptop or with a machine, it's only say yes or no, just or maybe an error. But
Mm,
when we work with people, you have to treat them like different ways
mm.
and respectfully. I mean, yeah, they have different characters, so I think communication skill, leadership skill is very important.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yep,
definitely agree. I definitely
yep,
agree.
yep. Rana, can I add something?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that's interesting what Kak Arkan says in the beginning of his sentence, that don't follow your parents. Okay,
I
so
know it's.
I think everyone has different experience, and yes, it is a very good what is that, suggestion or a reminder for other friends in our high school and also secondary school. So it is really important to set what is it, this planning together with your parents.
Yeah.
So students with the parents are together discussing, not one to follow the other, but what is the best for you, of course, as the student. And yeah, there are a lot of things that we can do actually to prepare for that, so there is no clash at the end later to
Mhm.
choose your
True,
major.
true.
So I really recommend starting grade 10. You already discuss with your parents where you want to be, where you want to be, and so later when you are taking the examinations or the university enrollments, you won't be confused anymore, and you will be in one direction with your parents. So talking with the
Yeah.
parents really important, Rana. And
Yeah,
I believe you talk a lot with your mom.
Oh, yes, yes, Miss, I do,
Yeah.
but it's not always. I don't necessarily always agree with her. There are definitely a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
of
like debates
course.
and stuff because, the more recent I would say experiences I've started exploring with majors. And I've always had a keen interest in film. Film is something that I've always been interested in, but that's something that my parents never necessarily, I won't say support, but they don't necessarily think that is what's best for my future, because the film industry is a very like hit or miss. You either get a job or it takes you years to actually like, get a good job. And so I then like started exploring, and then I started exploring like international relations, and then I started doing Model UN, and then I ended up liking it, and I'm like, do I want to be a film major, or do I want to do the international relations major? And then I became an assistant director on film, and I was like, I kind of like this too. But then I started like debating, and I kind of like thought to myself that maybe international relations is the more, I would say, realistic option for me in the future, just mainly because it's something that I think I'm something that I'm interested in, and second, it's something that I think it's a very broad major. It opens to many opportunities in the future, and I think I would like to pursue film as a hobby. I think that's enough, and I'm really pleased with that option too. So yes, I think I definitely agree that you should listen to your parents, but also listen to your heart. Yeah, that's definitely really important too. So, last question is: do you guys have any tips for me in the future in pursuing my career? Maybe Miss Dea.
Okay, that's good. Seeing you like develop and also grow at MHIS. I still remember the first time you came to our grade 7. You have been actually doing very well since the beginning, but then you are improving so much, and now you are exploring a lot of what is this, like skills that you need to have now, like the communication or the leadership as well. You're taking risks, you're also responsible. I heard from the teachers a lot from you about you, so it is good, Rana. And hearing that you have this like desire to be in the international relations, so yeah, I hope we can invite Rana in our upcoming year's career day at Mutiara Harapan Islamic School, ya Rana. So just focus, if you have already that what is that option, don't forget to also have plan B. Yeah, it could be the plan B, could be the major, could be the university. So yeah, we should prepare always, so that if we find difficulty with one pathway, we can always have other options to go to.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Have a plan B. And like um that's one of the problems with me too. Like I tend to want too much in life, and I tend to make it overboard. But that's why I've been trying to make it more realistic and reachable, at least for me. So how about you, Gargan?
I think I agree with Mr. again. I have no doubt that I think you have a bright future. That's the way you have a very good communication skill, I think. And yeah, I don't think I can give you any more suggestion, because seeing you now, I think you're very good right now. But maybe just try to explore more.
Okay.
You know, Rana, I want to share this also to our audience. Yeah, Arkhan was one of our hardworking students, as far as I remember. So we have this. We started our junior high school with only how many students at the time? 7 or 8 students. Yeah,
Yep.
and he was the one who he really take it seriously for the exam. At the time, we have the checkpoints in the grade 9, in the beginning of our junior high school. So yeah, he was doing good, like you did, like you do now.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, so that concludes our session for today. I hope everyone here had a great time talking. Well, I definitely did. Had a great time.
Can I ask something, Rana, to Kak Arkhan, maybe?
Yes, absolutely.
So Arkhan, when you were at Mutiara Harapan Islamic School, what was the most memorable event or thing
Wow, yeah, that's a
that
good
you have? Yeah.
I don't know, Miss. I think having only few classmates, like only 7 classmates. I think it's very interesting. Yeah, because we also have a good relationship with our juniors. I don't know about now, but yeah, in my generation, I think we have a good bond with our juniors, and we don't have that senioritas term in our generation, and it's very very memorable for me, because in public high school you have like 36 classmates and like 9 class in your grade, so yeah, it's very different from public school as well.
Yeah. Wait, I have a question for you, Kak. How was that jump from junior high school in MHA and then you moved to a public senior high school?
Yeah, I was very shocked. Even when, because my childhood in Thailand, it's even worse. I only have like 2 classmates, but it was in my, but I was in child, so yeah, it's different in junior high school. But in high school, yeah, it's very shocked me because I don't know how to make friends because there's so many of them, and yeah, it's very different. Yeah, it's very hard to adapt.
Yeah, but I definitely agree with what you said that there are like no like senioritas in MHA, and that still applies to now. I think, especially in senior high, I feel like grade 10, 11, and 12, I feel like we're all in the same class. Yeah, it almost feels like we're all in the same grade, but like in a good way, you know. I think we're all really close, and also with our junior high, yeah, it's like the same class, you know. It's just good. We don't have to
That's
anything.
good.
Yeah. So yeah, that concludes. Are there anything else to say or no? Right? Zia or Karkan, you have anything else? No.
No, I think it's enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that concludes our episode for today. I have a great time talking with the both of you, and I hope you guys also had a good time talking with each other and me. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to also follow our socials in the description box below. And our Instagram is at Mutiara _Harapan _Islamic _school. And yeah, thank you again for Miss Dea and Karkan to attend today's session. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.